Good evening, team. Coach Matt Drinkon here with Pro Advisor Coach, giving you the Friday Day in Life of Business Coach breakdown of what happened this week, breakdown of what happened today, and what we had to look forward to upcoming very soon. So first, let's start with this week. This week was an overwhelming success for two main reasons on the business growth side. Number one is that we are continuing this discussion negotiation with a major enterprise organization. So that's very positive. And number two, the other client that we're working with right now, we've begun doing our deep dive discovery with them and to serve their team, and it's going very well. So I've got approximately 40 to 50 conversations to have with members of this organization and team. It's going to go very, very well. I had the first one today, and it went very well. Deep, transparent, and we got to the opportunity right away, pretty quick. So, God, I love what I do, man. It's so compelling to get in these deep conversations with people and be able to help guide them and take them down a journey that I've been through with hundreds of other people. It's just super exciting. So I feel like everything that I've done at this point in my career, and I'm 41, about to be 42 in a couple weeks, everything I've done this point in my career in professional selling and being a business owner and working in corporate America for someone else, all those things I've done together have led me to this point exactly right now where we are ready to absolutely shine and really serve people at a very high level. So very excited about that. So that's one measure of a really good week this week. With current clients, it was a measure of a really strong week as well. We ended up having 24 calls this week overall total, and I feel that out of those 24 calls, I think 18 of them went exceptionally well. And then there were 5 of them that went decent. I mean, they went okay. And one of them I don't think went that great. And I already discussed that with the client, and I'll talk about that in this conversation too. But business went very, very well this week on the growth side, on the serving the client side. Personal side, I think it's going very well as well. Installing hardwood floors, that's part of the reason why I'm wearing a t-shirt. Just got out of the shower, I'm wearing my Bob Marley t-shirt. I really loved his message at the end of his life around peace, and we all get along. And that's probably what I coach to. Is of course aggressive play offense business strategies and personal growth strategies, but also at the same time just from a loving place, a place of humble intensity, I suppose you could say. So love that, and I love Bob Marley's message, and the music's pretty cool too. So personally went well this week. There's 2 challenges I'm engaged in right now to share with you. The planking challenge, which is an exercise challenge, going very well. And then number 2 is the alcohol-free, carb-free challenge. And the alcohol part, none since my guys trip, which is awesome because the guys trip is normally a time to let loose and indulge a little bit, and not this time. We indulged the first night and then kind of kept it cool from there. And from here on, it's alcohol-free through the end of April. Test it out and see what happens. So that's good. We got a baby coming on the microphone over here, so better start to move on this. So looking at today we ended up having 5 coaching calls. We were done by 2 o'clock today. 2 of those were initiation calls, discovery calls into a new organization. 3 of those were longtime client calls, and they were all very engaging today. Today was a very positive day in that regard. Got a favorable introduction today to a new potential prospect, so that was very positive. Okay. Looking forward to next week. Next week, we've got a very intense Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to pack it in there with 8 calls on Monday. I'm going to have a total of 8 calls on Tuesday. Out of those 8 calls on Tuesday, however, 6 of them are 1 hour in length, which is going to be, it's going to be some mental energy expended. So I've got a good agenda and an outline of what we're going to talk about, of how we're going to accomplish what we're going to accomplish, and to challenge them. And, one thing about coaching is that I think it's 100% scripted and 100% flexible. It can go any direction at any time. So we got to be prepared for that, be nimble. But we have the intent going in for every client and every call next week. Prospecting next week, there will be 1 new prospect that I've added to the list this week, which is great. That's all Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I've currently got, on the first 3 days of the week, a total of 24 calls scheduled. I've got 3 calls scheduled on Thursday that are client calls, and then a prospecting call. Not for a new business, but actually I'm being interviewed to join this exceptional group of men that I follow on the Facebook who are great fathers and who focus on being parents first. And you'll probably hear me talk more about that if I'm accepted into the group. So I'm excited about that because I want to be a dad first and a businessman second, so excited about that. Next week is the Carolina Mid-Amateur Championship of Golf as well. So I'm competing in that. I qualified for that with my lowest score in some time. So very excited to go out there and represent myself, my family, and every other person who's coming back from a spinal surgery to come back to high-level competitive golf. Every other person who has a dream they've been thinking about for a long time, who is realizing it later than they wanted, but still hanging in there and doing it. That's coming up. So last but not least is tonight. It's Friday night. My wife, I gave her the night off because she gave me the guys' weekend off last weekend. So tonight she's out with a friend and one of her best friends from college. So they just left a few minutes ago. So it's me and you right now talking. And after this, I will be getting to work and putting on the grind. And I don't think the grind is real work to me because I love doing it. So it is a challenge to stay focused, which I'm going to do for the next 4 hours that she's not here until around 10. Right, 10:45. So I've got a good focus time, a good runway to finish up some personal tasks, to do some business planning, and just to strategize, because this is going to be the biggest, best year of my life. I hope you make it the biggest, best year of your life. Excited to be on this journey together, team. Please feel free to comment or reach out to me privately anytime. Thanks so much for paying attention. If you're still there, then I appreciate it. Love you guys. Make it a great day. Let's live a legendary life, friends. Good night.